Wave and say, hey, I am so excited to see all of your faces. Hello, hello. When you hop on, let us know in the chat where you're viewing from. Hi guys, it's so exciting. All right, so for those of you that don't know me, my name is Mandy Graham and I am the owner of SparkleBerry Inc. And today we are working with Michael's doing this awesome class. I'm so excited for you guys to all be here. I even see Sabine in Germany, amazing. Hi, Miss Amy and Tonya. All right, so we are so thrilled to be working with Michael's to do this amazing product line that we have. And how many of you guys have seen these awesome products on the shelves in Michael's yet? And they're online. Raise your hand, I can see you. A lot of you anyway. Great, great. And I know from our groups and all the chatter and buzz that many people have actually gotten their awesome SparkleBerry ink from Michael's stuff in their hands and they're already crafting with it. And we are I cannot even tell you, this is a dream come true for me. I know that those of you who have known me forever know that this literally has been a dream since I started my business to work with Michael's in this way. And now we have these amazing products that actually say SparkleBerry ink Michael's on them. So I literally could not, it's priceless for me, absolutely priceless. And just thank you so much for joining me today, right now. And thank you, Michael's, for hosting this. We are going to be making the most adorable card I've ever seen. Like, it's so cute. I say that not because my card's the cutest, but I just think the idea of a shaker card, it took card making to a whole new level for me. So that was something that I was really excited to share with you guys for our first official project with these items. So we're going to get started. And if you didn't grab all of the ingredients or all of the things that you need that's on the supply list, don't worry. Everything comes from Michael's. You can get it online. You can go see your Michael's and go get it in person. And then before I forget, I happen to go to Michael's today. I'm there often, as you guys know, and all of the SparkleBerry ink, the new collection line, is buy one, get one 50% off. So that's really exciting. So you have to have 2 items in your cart to qualify, and that's online as well. So if you guys see something today that you don't have yet, or you know you want more of it, this is the time to get it. So hello, Shirley from Houston, Texas. Awesome. And then we also have our awesome Leslie Peppers on with us, and she's going to be fielding questions. So just like normal, you guys, if you are used to following us, you know we love interacting with you. So feel free to ask questions and let us know if you need any assistance or whatsoever. And we're almost ready to get started. Leslie, before we get started, is there anything that you see that we should address? Any questions yet?
Just reminding them that it'll be recorded. So if they want to watch it later, it'll all be there for them, and we'll remind them throughout.
Awesome. Awesome. And we have people from all over, really, the world, because I know Sabine for sure is in Germany right now and she's joining us. We have Sarah from Memphis. We have Linda from Georgia. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Like, you have no idea how much it means to me just to have your faces here cheering me on, and thank you for that. And I'm hoping to give you awesome content as well, so you can walk away with something that you've never done before, and it's so fun and so easy. So I'll just give you a little bit of background with me and paper crafting. Whenever JJ, my oldest daughter, who's about to be 18, when she was about 3, I started scrapbooking, and I bought way more than I ever used. I think we all know about that. And I loved it so much. But once, you know, time happened, I had another kid, and then I had another kid, and scrapbooking just kind of got pushed to the wayside. And it makes me so sad. I hope that one day, and I think I will, that I'll be able to go back and use those pictures and do it again. But one of the things that I feel like right now that I can handle in my little bit of spare time that I have is card making. So card making is really, really awesome. I think that making handmade cards for people that you love as a thank you or as a birthday card or I'm just thinking of you is really special because it's putting that extra effort into it. So, and then it's also helpful when you actually mail them, because the last handmade card I made, I did not mail it yet. once to Leslie's mother, actually, whom I love so much. So, okay, so we're going to get started, and then you guys really, I can't wait to see your creations. The way we're doing it today, there are so many beautiful patterns I could have chosen. It was so hard to choose, but I went with our signature. So we're going to switch the camera in just a minute to my desktop so you can see what I chose, but I can't wait to see your combinations. All right, Miss Debbie, I am ready to spotlight my workspace, and we'll make sure the camera is all pretty for us.
So Mandy, it seems like the camera might have turned itself off.
Oh, well, okay, no problem. Okay. Hold on one second, you guys. Man, and we thought we were so prepared. I'm gonna get us in there. I wonder why it did that. Just for fun, just to make things interesting, right?
Just to test us.
Yeah, but that's okay. You know what we say about that? It's fine. It's fine. And if you guys noticed, that's kind of our catchphrase, because we say, because one of our awesome customers told me one time, she said, there's no such thing as perfection on this side of heaven. And so we just say when we make a mistake, it's fine. And so it's waiting. I don't know, maybe it's waiting for you to let me join again on my phone. And I do have another camera just in case.
I was gonna say it hasn't come up yet.
Okay, let me close out. Sorry, you guys. You guys are awesome, though. Just keep chatting with us. Okay. Join.
Anna, I think she's trying to see your desktop right now. So when you guys see your desktop, let us know.
Well, they'll see my face first twice.
Yeah, they're seeing you right now for sure.
And my sunburn, I was out in the sun a little too much yesterday, and there's just something about being at your house. I don't know. I wasn't as careful with sunscreen as I am like when I go to the, okay, we're going to hop off of this Wi-Fi. I'm so sorry, guys. Really, we had it all set. I mean, I felt like a real professional for sure. Okay. Let's see. There, I'm here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's make sure we're on video, and then we'll get it set right back up. Perfect. Okay, now we want it landscape. You guys will get to see. Aw, thank you, Rhonda. I'm still working on this this haircut I just recently got, trying to figure it out. So it may be upside down, but that's okay if it is, because I can switch it around. So whenever I think it should be ready. Oh, no, it's not. Hold on.
Yeah, it's not coming up yet. Just 1 second. We'll try to get it.
Let's do this.
So many wonderful people have joined us.
Yay! Okay, there we go. Yes, thank you guys so much. What a great class.
Mm-hmm. While she's getting this set up, Janet, on your materials, you can have, they're going to record this and you'll have it all online for later when you want to make this. But Debbie might can address having materials on hand for the next time.
Yes. Oh, what are you asking? What materials?
If someone doesn't have their materials, but this will be available later.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's totally fine. Okay. Are you seeing it, Debbie?
No, we are still not.
Okay. Well, I could start singing a song to keep everybody nice. I can see me, though.
So I have it now.
Okay.
Awesome.
Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Okay. Now it's going to go smooth from here, you guys. You just watch.
Yes, it is.
Now we're going
We
to
have some
switch
folks in the waiting room. I'm not sure what to do about that. Debbie,
I'll let them in just one moment. I was just trying to.
Okay. Make sure that we have our stuff together. That would be good. Okay. Yay. All righty. We're ready to get started. Okay. So let me share with you first. This was I made one last night because I wanted to, well, first, it's always a good idea to make something before you actually teach it. So this was one of my projects I did. One mistake I made is I didn't use enough glitter in it. And so we're going to make sure we do lots of glitter in ours. And I also changed a few other things about it that we're going to talk about. So let's go over our supplies really quick. So I am using, first, of course, we are using our SparkleBerry paper pad. I'm using the 12 by 12, and you absolutely could use the smaller one for this project. In fact, for my background, I did go ahead and use the smaller one, and that's kind of one of the changes I made because I wanted, instead of a white background, I wanted to make it, I love this watercolor, like this pale pink watercolor, so that's gonna be a difference we're making today. So I did pull from my 6 by 6 as well, but you don't have to. This is all about you and what you think your favorite patterns are. Now, so that's that. I'm also using, these are the gorgeous note cards that are also at Michael's that we've partnered with American Crafts to bring you, and they are so, so beautiful. Of course, SparkleBerry Vacay is right on the front, and if you know me, you know these are my favorite. This is Flamingo's Mint, and this is Mandy's palette, and that's El Nido. And if you've noticed, the whole end cap at Michael's, they're all centered around those 4 signature patterns of ours. And then at the very end of that little stack, we are so lucky to get 4 blank cards to be really super creative with. So I'm using, in the photo that you guys saw for the example, that was actually one of these, but I'm going to be using the pink one today as my card. Now, if you don't have these note cards, you could also just make your own note card from this scrapbook paper, but this is just a blank card, really, really beautiful. We'll make sure to do it right side, just like that. We're also using our SparkleBerry glitter. This is another of the products. There are 3 colors. There's green, blue, and pink, and I'm a pink girl, so we're using pink today. And then I also got this at Michael's. This is Scotch foam mounting tape. Now, I'm sure there are other brands there as well. This is just what happened to be at my Michael's. So this is just a foam, it's like a 3D foam tape that's really important. You'll see why. The other adhesive I'm using is the Recollections little, I don't even know what this is called, but it's really cool, really, really cool. And it has, basically, it's like the whiteout things, and when you roll it, it has adhesive. And this is the permanent one. It came in a 3-pack, and I got the permanent one. And I think, let's see, scissors, of course, and that is it. And we are ready to get started. I'm actually gonna raise this up a hair so you guys can see just a little bit better, hopefully. All right, I'm gonna try not to jiggle you around and get you all seasick. But since we can't cruise right now, we can just pretend we're on a cruise. How about that? Okay, now, originally I was going to just hand cut everything for this class. So if you don't have a craft cutter at home, like a Cameo or a Cricut, that's totally okay. You are absolutely able to cut all of this out with your hands with just regular scissors, but I actually went ahead and created, just for you guys, the file to do this. And this is what the file will look like. It's going to have the frame of the shaker card, which you see I chose SparkleBerry Vacay. And then it's going to need the background, so that file is in there as well. And then we're also, this is the one supply I forgot to tell you about because it's so see-through, the clear acetate sheets. Now, I have never worked with them before, shaker cards. So this was really fun to work with a brand new thing. I cut it on cardstock setting, guys. So whatever I used for the cardstock setting for my Cameo, same as Cricut, I'm sure, it's going to cut through your acetate. So this is also the other clear acetate, so you guys can see. It comes in a pack just like this. I actually got it in the impulse section at Michael's. I was so excited because I looked all over and then I finally found it. So that's just a clear sheet, and it's kind of hard to see on camera, but you should be able to see. Now, a couple other things to set it up. In your paper pad, my favorite page in the whole thing, there's one in the big one and there's one in the little one as well, is this special little sheet that has all of these very cool things on it. These are so fun to work with. So I went ahead and hand cut with my scissors this one right here. Actually, there are 2 in this one. So the big one only has 1, but I cut the big one out of the big paper pad. So that's the big pineapple, and I hand cut the little one, okay? And this is just for some embellishments later on when we're all finished. So let's get started. The foam tape this is the most challenging part of it, in my opinion. The foam tape is very important because you want to make sure that you have covered all of the edges of your your border. And the reason why, or this frame, the reason why is because this is what's actually trapping your glitter in, okay? The problem is if we had just like a plain square or rectangle, this would be so easy. But because we have all of these fun little doodads where you have to go in, that it's a very good idea to cut this tape down into strips like this with your scissors to make it more pliable. And then I actually ended up, and hey, if you guys are paper crafters and you're more experienced than me, you tell me if you see a different way that would be faster or better. But this is what I researched, and I found that if you cut this makes it a lot more pliable. And you just cut this strip like this. Any questions so far, you guys, while I'm getting this set up? Nothing yet, Miss Leslie?
Nothing yet. Someone was asking where
Okay.
the file is, and it's here on the comments. And
That's right.
Everyone's saying hi and joining in.
Aw, hey guys, yes, so the files are going to be in the comments, but we're also, Miss Debbie from Michael says that we're going to be emailing them to you as well so that you will have them. Because believe me, this is a lot more fun to cut on a craft cutter if you have one. If you don't have a craft cutter, man, oh man, you need to get one because they are so much fun. Now this 3D tape is double-sided, so you're going to try to keep that paper on, and that's another thing that I'm going to be telling you. And then you're just going to stick this on like this. So the one side already has the paper off, and we're just leaving the paper on for as long as we can. Now, Leslie, I know that you are a big paper crafter, and so we've talked about that a lot with our group. So have you worked with 3D foam tape very often?
I have.
Okay, so what do you think about this little technique that I'm doing where I'm just cutting it down?
I like the one you're using. Someone said that they use hot glue, and that's a good way to do it too. But the way you're doing it is a little more 3D, and
Okay.
I think it secures it a little bit better. But hot glue is a good idea too if you have that.
That is a good idea, and you know, I like hot glue. I love it. Except when I step on it. I stepped on it in a live the other day, and that was not fun. But you know, it was just like par for the course. Okay, so I'm just molding this around, you guys. And I know I'm being a little slow, so I'm gonna try to speed it up. But this is really the most difficult part and the most tedious part. But other than this, and I think, you know, it would have probably been great to start out with something that was not quite so intricate, but what's the fun in that? But our goal is, just remember, you're trying to keep your glitter in all those areas. So I'm, just for the sake of time, you could go into that little point, but you'd really, I mean, it's gonna take some of the glitter and kind of hide it if you don't, but we're really just wanting to block that glitter off, and we're wanting to hide it behind. I know it looks like a mess, but believe me, it's gonna be gorgeous. It is gonna be gorgeous. It's all about trapping that beautiful glitter in there. And if your tape comes off, no big deal, because I had some tape come off last night, and it still was super sticky. Like I even tried to take it off, like take it apart, because I was like, I want to do it again and kind of tweak some things. And okay, this is gonna look like a crazy mess on this side, but you're gonna love it. But it wouldn't come off. I was like, wow, I mean, that's some serious adhesive right there. So I'm cutting that last piece down, and then we're gonna move to the next fun part. Actually, the most fun part. And then I'm just gonna cut this because I just want them to all kind of butt up against each other. Okay, so that's how I did it. Now, I will tell you, I saw people, they were able to use one long piece, but mine was not that bendable. And so I decided against using one long piece, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna go ahead and just piece it together like this. Now I'm taking, oh, you know what? I even made a note for myself. Do not take the tape off first. The backer off first. The reason why is because we need to, oh my goodness. Okay, don't panic. We're not gonna panic. We're gonna back up. I am so sorry, you guys. I forgot one very important piece. Let's try to keep this together. Oh my, now there's just nothing more embarrassing than teaching something. But remember that beautiful acetate paper? we have to put it on here first. So that acetate sheet is clear. So let's learn from Mandy's mistake. But really, guys, how often in crafting do you get to one point and you go, oh yeah, I'm not supposed to do it that way? So here we go. It would be great if I had like a little checklist. See how like seriously taped that is? Okay, I tore it a little bit, but you can't see it from the other side. It's totally okay. Okay, so we're gonna pretend we're at the beginning and we are first going to do this. We need to put this on the backer like this, okay? This is gonna fit exactly on the back so that we can actually trap our glitter in there. So I stepped ahead. Man, I hope y'all are laughing at me and not just sitting there thinking, what is she doing? So this is what I did. Now you can use, this may be where they were saying hot glue. You can use liquid tape. That would be absolutely okay on this. But the point of this is you're wanting to put that clear acetate on your actual frame first. What is so funny is last night, I was sitting there going, okay, because I was like, I went through the project so I wouldn't forget. And then I was like, I can totally see me just skipping the most important step. You need that clear acetate. So I'm sure, I bet the chat is filled with it's fine, right? Right, Leslie?
There's some it's fine. There are.
Oh,
so
good.
Ask about the size of the mounting adhesive sheets. Those are 8.5 by 11.
Yes, actually, the
okay.
mounting adhesive, well, the acetate sheets are actually 12 by 12. That's a very good question. The 3D foam, is that what we're talking about?
She's talking about the mounting adhesive sheets. I'm not sure if she's got the same item that you have in your supplies.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Reflections, mounting adhesive sheets. That's 8.5 by 11.
Okay, well, if she specifies, then just let me know. Okay, so here we go. So back to the beginning. You could use any adhesive, and somebody said hot glue. I don't know if maybe that's what they were meaning for this. This is when you want to put your acetate sheet on. So this is going in the front, and we're going to line it up perfectly. I'm going to try to line it up perfectly. Now my hands are shaking. And you're wanting that to cover, because the point of that is this is going to be the front of your shaker card. Isn't that awesome? Okay, now we get to do this whole thing over again, but I'm going to be really fast. So Leslie, since they've already seen this, although I'm going to review it, let me know if anything pops up. Let's get all these little scraps off.
They're just all enjoying it and saying hello to you and enjoying watching.
Hello, guys. Thank you so much for joining in. Don't leave because I messed up the very first step. I promise it's going to be amazing. And this is also, like I said, this is the one that's the most time-consuming and tedious part of this project. So that's also another reason I was a little nervous about it. When I was doing research and they were able to twist it. And so I don't know if there's one that's just not as thick that's able to twist a little bit better. But like I said, you guys, I am not afraid to hear your recommendations for my next one if you have a recommendation for me. So, just cutting these little strips. And so if you were doing just a circle, that would be easy. You could definitely do it that way where it's more malleable. Yeah. We're just gonna try to twist it. And like I said, that stuff, it's really, really sticky. So just gonna go around and twist it as much as we can. Keeping that tape on, or the backer on, because whenever we get to the glitter, you don't want your glitter to accidentally stick to it. It's not a huge deal. It's not as big as not as big of a mistake as not putting the acetate paper on first, but it is good if you don't.
While you're talking, Mandy, why don't you talk to Jerry about the cards? She's wondering about the cards that have the full border. Those were the cards in the back of that card pack, right?
Exactly. Yes. So that is that card pack, Jerry. And by the way, I'm so happy to see you on here. We are basically you get all of those cards in here. So there's the SparkleBerry, vacay, and these blank cards are at the very, very like the very back of them. And so when I see a blank canvas like that, I go, ooh, this is fun. This is going to be amazing. So that means that you get to be creative with it. And I was really excited that that is how we designed it with American Crafts, so that we could do something all together like this and really just jazz it up. Not that you couldn't put a shaker pineapple on top of the other. You absolutely could do that, or a shaker or anything on top of the SparkleBerry vacay. Okay, yay! There we go. So now we're going to put in our glitter. This is actually the most fun part, the part that is just the one I totally highly anticipated, and that's why I scooted ahead in our tutorial. I'm keeping my glitter in my little pencil pouch. That is also another thing at Michael's that's in our product line. So we have this. This is what I have to choose from. JJ and I talked about it, and we decided that we really I love this one. I've already used a ton of it, you can see, but these are the pinks that I'm wanting to stick with. And so this one, I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. There you go. Do you see the little flamingos? They are so adorable. So when we do this, we're going to make sure to use flamingos, and then also really fill this with glitter, okay? So this is the front of the shaker card. We want to turn it over and keep it over like this where the foam tape is. Now I'm going to do a shortcut and just open these up. I was supposed to do this before the live, but I'm just going to pour it in just like this. And this time we are really just going to go nutso with the glitter, because you guys are worth it. And really, it looks like I used a lot, but I really didn't. And then this one's a little bit it's a finer glitter, and it's so cute. So, so cute. I love the shade of pink. So I'm just going to sprinkle some of this in. And then my favorite one, I can't help it, you guys, are these awesome flamingos, and they just have to go in it as well. Now these glitter, they have this awesome lid that you can flip up, and I should be using it correctly. But like I said, we're going to be using the shortcut today, and I'm going to put some, just
maybe tell them, someone asked if you're putting all this on the back of the pineapple shape. So kind of remind them again of how you're doing it, how you're layering it.
Okay, so I'm basically just pouring it all in the same, this is the shaker card. I'm putting it all in this little, I kind of made like a little bowl, okay, where there's little borders everywhere, so it's not going to go outside of it. So this is the back of the pineapple. So that frame that we had first, let's see if I can find it. Here we go. So see, this is the frame. So this is the layers, you guys. It's the paper frame. Then underneath the paper frame is the acetate sheet that I cut in this shape. Then under that is where we are now. We are now on the actual, the glitter and the sequins that we're putting in it, okay? Does that answer your question, Miss Leslie?
Yes, it did.
Okay, so now I am going to go very carefully while trying not to disturb my glitter and get too much on me, because I'll be wearing it all day. But you know what? We should just wear that glitter. We leave a little sparkle everywhere we go, and that's okay. So now I'm going to take this off, and this is where, if you don't do it in strips, like this time, the second time I did this, so you guys really got to see me practice at it. If you do it in, the longer the strips, see what happens, the less work it is at this point to take off those little backers. You can see what I was talking about the glitter sticking.
Tweezers are a good idea. Someone says that's a great idea.
What is it?
Tweezers to take that off with.
Oh, yes, I do have some.
Idea.
Especially when you don't have nails, because I'm still in quarantine mode.
Jerry's saying that her dogs are wearing her glitter.
They're right. That is funny.
You should see my front porch from taking.
Is it covered in glitter?
Everywhere, yes.
Why?
Oh, I took pictures out there.
That's what I was thinking. Were you taking pictures of the Michael stuff? All the awesome
Yes. So I was like dumping it in our front flower bed. We'll be finding it for a decade.
Yeah, you will. Aww. Okay. All done. Okay, so if I had tweezers, and I do, they're just over there in my beautiful dream box. I'm just going to try to push those on there. But we're actually just not going to worry about it. Now, this is where you're going to take your awesome, your background that you chose. The first time I did it with white cardstock. I then decided I wanted more SparkleBerry, so we used the pink like watercolor pattern from the small paper pad. So now, and none of those, you don't have to mirror cut any of that, you guys. And then also I want to tell you about the acetate sheet. There's one little nuance in the acetate sheet that I learned. So this is the back of the card. I'm going to sneak it. I don't want you guys to see it yet. Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. Okay, so this is the back of the card. Now that we're finished, we're actually going to be mounting this onto here, okay? And then we can go in. I was going to ask you guys what you thought. If we should do the big pineapple, let me know in the comments, because we have one more step before that. Hey, Nicole, one more step. So let us know in the comments if you think I should do the big pineapple on the side like that. I guess it would be nice if you guys.
Yeah, raise it up just a little. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, they're saying small, 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 gorgeous. Small.
They want the small one, so just put it like that, you think, guys?
Oh, we got a big one going. Yeah, everybody says small mostly.
Look at this. Look how gorgeous
So
that
pretty.
is. And look, you can even see the flamingos, even in the camera. And it's way prettier in person. I wish you guys could see it, but it is so fun. Okay, so now we're just gonna mount it to this. And to do that, because I think I wanna kind of do it to the side, and well, I don't know. I think I want mine right in the center. So we're just gonna
maybe put the big one in the back. Big one in the back, and then layer that in the small one. Would that work?
You think so? Let's see.
Someone says that's a good idea. Oh, that's cute.
So like that, and then put another one on top?
Yeah.
I think that's cute. That's a cute idea. Let's do it. We have it right here. Let's just do it. So again, grabbing my, I love this thing, you guys. It's like, I really do love these little things. Just
it makes you wonder how you ever live without tape runners once you discover them.
Is that what it's called?
Mm-hmm.
I have one of those big ones too. And I have a love-hate relationship with it though, because I've dropped it several times. So yeah, so let's go over here. We're just gonna kind of make it cattywampus. And then we're gonna take this one, we're gonna flip it over because this one's the next layer. And we're just gonna make, now I could use, you could use so many things here. You could use the little mounting squares. Leslie, you're a paper crafter, you're a big paper crafter, so what would you use?
Mounting squares would be fun too and make it even more 3D. I like what you're doing with tape runner.
Yes.
Glue
Okay, now we're going to make it cattywampus because we have the other pineapple hiding behind it, okay?
So cute,
and
yeah.
Then one more. And then
Jerry, that wouldn't fit in an envelope like it is unless you put a little bigger one, but you can move it over just a little bit and fit.
Exactly. Or you could just drive to go see your loved one and give it to them. That would be cool too. All right. And there we go. And there is literally, I love this. I don't think I can do a card without doing a shaker card. That's just too cute. And so literally any shapes, you know, you could do a heart, you could do a flamingo. I think the flamingo is what I'm going to do next because that just goes right along with this whole thing. But I just love it. So tell me what you guys think. Are you ready to make your own shaker card?
They're loving it. And to mail this, talking about whether it takes one stamp or not, you can mail it in a padded envelope, and it would only take one stamp up to.
Yes, exactly.
4 ounces or 5.
Say that again, Leslie.
It would only take one stamp for an envelope this size, a padded envelope this size.
Perfect. So you could just put it in a padded envelope, even though it's sticking out on the side and it's a little thicker. That's gonna be great, and it's gonna be super protected. And then you're just gonna write your little love note on the inside. But you guys, I'm telling you, if I got something like this in the mail that I knew somebody sat there and spent their time doing, that would mean so much to me. And then, okay, I have to do one more. This is one of my fun tools. This is a little We Are Memory Keepers glitter vac. That is so amazing. So if you know, you just hit the little button and you can get all this glitter up and even save it if you want. It opens up. But there you go. And now it's all cleaned up. And there you go. It's that easy, you guys. Okay. Any questions?
That's a good question.
Say that again.
Does Michael sell the padded envelopes?
Ooh, that's a great question. I don't know. Debbie, do you know if you sell padded envelopes?
I'm not sure. I'll have to check on that for you real quick.
Perfect. And then of course you could SparkleBerry those pattern envelopes too with all the stickers and stuff that we have as well at Michael's. So yeah, I would love to know if you guys have any questions. Whoever said, oh, Eugene, or no, actually it's not Eugene, that's Teresa, because you went in under your husband's name, I bet. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for joining us. Look, isn't it pretty? See if you can get a better, I think the lighting was just so like sparkling on it, but this, you guys, I'm serious, just seriously the cutest thing ever. And I will tell you that American Crafts, they did the first one. So I totally was inspired and stole their awesome idea. But the one that you guys see in the picture that's on this class that was advertising, that was an American Crafts design, and they just did an amazing job. And we are so thankful for them as well. Vicki, yes, there is a list of supplies. I think it was in, I'm not exactly sure. Debbie, was that already emailed to them in their, in the first email when they signed up for the class?
It was when they sign up for the class and also in their confirmation email, but there has been a request for us to include it in the email when we send out the files. So we'll do that as well.
Perfect. Okay, let's talk just really quick. I wanted to make sure I mentioned this about the clear acetate sheets. So whenever you get it, you guys, like I said, I had never cut it on a cutter before. I actually didn't know a lot about it, but it has this film in it, and I did not like talk to anybody about this that has worked with them. So I was a little confused, but I just happened to cut it from the back and didn't know it. But there is a sheet over the front of it, and I'm assuming that so it keeps it from getting scratched. So when I cut it from the back, and then it just peeled right up. But it was really easy to work with, and they come in these 12 by 12 sheets. So I really love them. Love them. There are many more shaker cards in my future. I hope there are many shaker cards in your future as well. So let's see. Aw, thank you, Trisha. See, you guys are always so used to just, making me feel better whenever there's a little oopsie. So it all goes on the back of the pineapple shape. I'm looking at questions too. Anything else, Leslie, that you can see?
Does Michael's have the clear acetate? And they do. It's in the list that they'll get. And I think you're answering all the rest of them.
Yay. Awesome. Oh yeah, they love the small. I'm going through as well. Okay, well, you guys know that we are always available if you have any questions later. This is being recorded. As Leslie said earlier, it's going to be up, and you're going to be able to see it later as well if you missed the beginning or you want to rewatch it. And we are just so thankful, so thankful for you joining us. And yes, awesome. Oh, and don't forget that right now, all SparkleBerry ink things that are on that you have in your stores and online is buy one, get one 50% off. So there's so many fun things. Now is the time to get them. Okay?
Okay.
All right. I think that's it for me, Miss Debbie. Can you think of anything else?
No, we just thank you. It was fun.
Great. Thank you so much to Michael's and American Crafts for making all of this possible.
For sure.
It's just been so wonderful.
Debbie, do you know, is Michael's delivering curbside?
Most of our locations are. They can check online at their favorite location.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, guys. Well, thank you again for joining me. I hope you have a fabulous week.